All right, so anyone who's here watching the expressive composition assignment of how to do, gonna try to get rid of that. Well, there's a glare on the board. I apologize about that. But we're gonna use today's date to come up with a nice composition. So looking at the date 9/8/20, we want to think about what one of these three numbers is most important in the date that we want to convey in our composition. There's no wrong answer. It's whatever you feel. So let's say 20 for the year is what's most important in this date for your composition. So you want to go ahead and think about scale. It's important. I want to make it big. So I'm going to go ahead and make a really large number 2. We're going to be painting these in, so it has to be bubble letters. So there's my very large number 2, and then I'm going to go ahead and add the 0 in here like that. So there's my 20. The next thing I'm going to do is incorporate the number 9. When I'm doing this, I want to look at the negative space, the space around the numbers. We want it to be interesting. We want the viewer to be visually stimulated when they look at this. So you want to go ahead and divide up this space. It's a little boring here. So I'm going to add my 9 in here like this. And it's going to come down across underneath everything. All right, so there's my number 9. Finally, I need to add the 8s in there. So what I want to do is I think I'm going to do repetition. I'm going to use 2 circles to represent the 8 at the bottom here. So I'm just going to be drawing 2 circles that I'll be painting in a solid color to have all these 8s here at the bottom. All right. Looking at, the pattern and how busy that is, I might want to adjust some of the shapes in the background. So what I might do is I might create some sections in the background to divide up some space to make it a little bit more interesting. So see how dividing up, using those 2 lines, dividing up the space, that I'll be able to paint in different colors in the background. So again, you want to make sure that, you are coming up with a composition that is interesting. You want to make sure that you have overlapping. Notice how the number 2 is on top of the 9. Notice how the 0 is on top of the 9. You also want to think about repetition, and you really want to make sure that you address the negative space. Scale is also really important, of having scale in your composition, having something really big and something smaller.